What's up, guys? How's it going? Welcome back to Atlas Theory. I am joined once again by Tony DAOCaster. How's it going, dude?
Part two.
Part
It's
two.
going good. It's going
Yeah.
good. No complaints. I've got um apple juice.
Yes. Very, very fancy glass you have there.
Yeah, it is morning for you. It is night for me.
True.
I'm doing great. Yeah, no complaints here.
Awesome. Um, so let's just pick up where we left off the last time, guys. As Dalcaster mentioned, this is part two. If you have not seen part one, please go watch it. There's a lot of good conversation, a lot of good thoughts there, which actually led to where I want to start off with this discussion, which is people who have reached out to us, comments that we got on the video. Is there, Dowcaster, one in particular, maybe DM you remember, maybe without saying, yeah, who it is that kind of inspired you a little bit?
Yeah, so wow, you're not giving any context to the first episode. You just, yeah, let's do it. Let's dive in. Cool. Okay. Um
Go watch it, guys. It's a good one.
go
It's a good one.
it really is. I want to like recap it and tell everyone, but no, if you haven't seen it, go see it. It was
You
it
can
was
do it. You
great.
can do a little recap. Maybe a little context is good here.
No, this is your episode. We don't have to at all. I don't care. I'm just like I'm saluting your
No,
bravery.
Dowcaster, maybe we should. Maybe we
Okay,
should.
a little bit, just a
No,
little
just
bit.
kidding.
You know what? You know what?
No.
You know
Actually, it'd
we
be good for
talk.
the audience to have some context. I don't think in that way. So like, it's
No,
good that
it's
you
okay.
mentioned that.
We in the first episode we basically talk about content creation as a whole as it pertains to Star Atlas, and we cover a lot of topics that early content creators are facing, ones that we faced, and how we think content creation is going to move forward in the future. And there's so much more to talk about, and we have so much more exciting things to tell you that we wanted a part two. That's where we are. Sorry, I didn't mean to like hijack. I just
No, that's important. Sometimes I don't register that like what I did is now like in the past. So like,
yeah.
but when I'm thinking in an audience context, I sometimes need to remember to bring that back in a little bit. So no, thank you for doing that. That
No,
puts us in a
totally.
better spot. So yeah, going off that creator episode,
Yeah.
was there a
So after
response?
yeah, so
Mhm.
when we made that episode, we made it very clear that we are still beginners in a lot of ways, but we've made a lot of mistakes. We've been through the hardship of trying to get our first 2,000 YouTube subscribers. Like that's tough, you
Mhm.
know. And I know that seems like nothing to some people, but it's really hard to start a brand new channel from scratch. And so after that, we got a lot of questions from people who have always wanted to start um, YouTube channels. Or now I'm going to be focusing a lot on YouTube channels. So are you, because we primarily do that kind of content, but content could be anything. It could be text, like writing blogs like Jose did. It can be music like Shaddix. It could be videos, graphic design, anything, right?
Right.
So mine might be focused more on that. I got two main questions. The first one that I got was simple. I don't um, I don't have, I'm not gonna use, it's off the top of my head. It's not, I don't have it in front of me, but
Mhm.
I don't have a powerful computer to like run these editing software. Is
Okay.
there a free, like low, um, light load editor that I could use to just get started?
Mhm.
Um, and so I probably should have probably brought all my research to this, but basically the key is, yes, there is a lot of different tools that you can use. Um, there's one specifically called DaVinci Resolve. That's like the high, that's like the highest you're ever going to get for free.
Right.
It's, you've heard of Adobe Premiere. Adobe Premiere is like professionals use this to make videos. It has more tools than you ever will ever need, but it costs a lot of money. DaVinci Resolve, if you like that complicated nature, is very, very equivalent to that. And it's free, and it's not too heavy on the computer, but it will, like if you just have like a business laptop, it's going to slow it down. If you have a Mac, it comes with iMovie. iMovie is fantastic. It is a free editing software. Um, it's a free editing software that's just fantastic. So if you have that same question, reach out to us. It's a little different based on the type of machine you have and the type of operating system you have, but reach out to us. We'll tell you if that's a question that you have. So that was one. And then I have another one, but I'll let you go if you had some questions come in too.
Yeah, I mean, I mostly had like, hey, I've always thought about starting a channel. Um, you guys inspired me. I think I'm going to take the leap. Um, where do I start? So I actually spent a good time on Discord with that certain guy. I can't wait to introduce him to the community here in like a few weeks, but we're running through like, do this on the channel, do that channel tags, upload default, this and that, on YouTube, just all the stuff that I love talking about. And it was a really, really good time. And I invite anybody out there to, just jump in with us. I think maybe this is a good spot before we continue any further to talk about like how they can reach out to us. And what exactly we might be doing, because we just recorded a video together.
Oh, I want you to take it. Go ahead.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So DAOCaster and I have been talking in the background for quite some time now of starting a creator community. More specifically, like those of us who are already here in the Star Atlas community, for, a few reasons. One, to help each other grow or get started in the first place. Two, to help build the Star Atlas brand, bring awareness out there, and really three is just a teaching, I don't know if I want to say platform, but like a teaching space where that like new creators can come learn, and then intermediate experience creators can pass down their knowledge. And together we could create a really cool community. Do you have anything to add to that?
Yeah, I hate Discord.
Right.
But there is currently no better solution.
Mm-hmm.
If you guys want to be a content creator and you want to know where to start, how to start, the tools to use, how to click that first record button, there's going to be a link below this video, no doubt,
Right.
to join it and ask us, because it's not only going to be us. We've invited all the Star Atlas content creators to be a part of this community. And it's a place for you to come and say, I want to start a channel. How do I get started? I want to start a blog. How do I get started? And you have the support of all the other content creators. And this leads me to the next question that I got. This is somebody asked me, hey, I haven't started creating content because I don't want to step on the toes of anyone that's already creating content. And so that is not the case. We go over it in the channel, the Discord channel, but that is not the case. The more videos, the more positive noise that we can put out there, shouting Star Atlas from the rooftops, the better. So there are almost no reasons why you should not be making content if you want to be. So here's what we did. Aaron and I, we created a community. It does not have a name. It's currently named Untitled Project, I think. And it doesn't have a name. We're not releasing NFTs. We're not asking you guys for money. We're not doing any of these things. It's a community. Join other Star Atlas creators, learn from them, teach them if you have a strength, and let's just grow our skills together. Let's all grow our skills and be masters at creating content by the time this full game drops, so that Star Atlas has an army of creators just ready to go. And so join us. Yeah. This whole episode's not going to be on that, but link is below. Join us. There's one channel in a Discord where we all talk, and then we'll all talk about, hey, do more channels need to be created? Do we want to create online courses for each other? Do we want to do this, that, and the other? And there are tools that we've already made for you that are in that Discord that I haven't even said. So like I said, this isn't a venture. This isn't a business. This is not just come learn with us. That's it.
Right. Yeah. Just come join us along the journey. We have years, and if we can practice our craft along the way, I think that we're going to be some powerful creators here in the future, as more Web3 and metaverse stuff comes out. Like, this is a whole new game. Like, creators have to reinvent themselves too. So like, it'll be cool to do this all together. But let's jump back to the comment you received, DAOCaster, about I'm afraid to step on toes, because we go into it on the Discord video a bit, but like this is a common, very, very, very common question.
Yeah, like so when I first started making content, this is funny that I'm doing this video with Aaron, because when I looked up Star Atlas, Aaron was the only content creator. He was it. And so when I watched his videos, I was like, oh, okay, I'm starting to learn more about Star Atlas. And I'm a content creator, so I want to start creating content about the space because I think I have something to say, but I think I kind of look like him. And I think I'll be creating content in a very similar way. And I don't know if he'll appreciate that. And I don't know, like, what am I going to do? And then one time I was like, well, maybe I'll just, there's a town hall coming up. So maybe I'll just do that.
Mm-hmm.
And so then a town hall came up, and I took notes furiously. And then I put a recap out there like minutes before Ash did. And then she put hers up there, and me not knowing that she did that. And I was like, oh my God, I feel like such an asshole. Like I, and then I reached out to her. She's like, oh, that was nothing. Don't even worry about it. I was like, okay, well, I promise I didn't mean to step on your toes. And even she was like, shut up. Just like, whatever. It's no big deal. Like, you just made a video. I made a video. It's fine.
Yeah.
And so I think there is something else about this though. Like, one, imitation, highest form of flattery, whatever. Mm-hmm. Two, what we just said before, the more videos, of course, we want to make them high quality videos eventually, but the more videos we can make about Star Atlas, it enhances something, not entirely. SEO is more towards like Star Atlas's IP, but the more trending we can make Star Atlas, the more types of content we create, the more positive noise we can create to drown out all the FUD, mm-hmm. the better it will be for the game. In turn, the better it will be for us. So if you go through every single one of my videos and want to recreate every single one of them, go for it. I'm sure I will learn something along the way. Right. Like, there is no duplicate content, because even if you say the same exact things, you're a different person. It's going to be mm-hmm. different. You're going to like dissect these surveyor reports that they're putting out on Medium. You're going to dissect those differently than me. Maybe you noticed a detail I didn't. I was too focused on the friggin' private parts of the alien to maybe notice something else. Like, maybe you noticed something else, so it's all going to be different.
No, it is like, no matter like you, like what you were saying, like we have like a similar maybe vibe, right? But like, in the end, we're going to build such like vastly different communities because we're like different people. And this is something I believe to like my core. Like, when you start off as a creator, you kind of have this idea, like, I want to have my own style on things, right?
Yeah.
But that style doesn't come unless you imitate. And like, I believe that so much, because it's like, you find your way
100%.
Yeah, through copying. Yeah.
Like, for instance, when I first started making videos, I was a huge Casey Neistat fan. Do you know who that is? Of course you do. Yeah. This guy, mm-hmm. he is an amazing content creator. He's done some Nike commercials now. He does high energy daily vlogs, or he did back in the day, like 5 years ago. And I took his musical style, I took his energy, and I just turned it into a space education YouTube channel. But I imitated his whole thing. Right. And then like Moonman, you talk to Moonman, and he'll tell you like, oh, Blue inspired me. I want to do something like that. And he's making a 2D version of himself to do something like that. Now, if you've seen Blue, him and Moonman are way different, but he's using imitation to find his style. So I agree.
No, 100%. Like, for those who don't know, I used to run other channels, one being Pokemon, but I was one of the first, not that it matters being first, but like, you said Casey Neistat, I was a Roman Atwood fan, like huge, like daily vlog, family friendly, I took that 100%, like the way he talked, the way he broke up a scene, his vlogging style, and I took it to in real life Pokemon events, and we grew, but through that I evolved into something different, and so that was so fun. And you have to have somebody you look up to and kind of at least take a little bit of their content or style.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I think this whole reason why I have the space background is because I think, what was it? God, I remember seeing somebody with just like shit all over there. Oh, it's the fantasy footballers, right? So I play fantasy football and with my friends, and the fantasy footballers just have sports memorabilia, just shit on all the walls.
Yeah.
And I loved it. And I was like, I got to do that with space stuff. So I collected all my space stuff and just like plastered. This doesn't even do it justice because you can't see it, but I just like the busyness, right? So whatever, you know?
Yeah.
So yeah, it's all imitation. It all starts at imitation. So whoever asked that and whoever else is thinking it, because it's probably most of you, like I guess the kind of something that to leave you with here is like, just stop assuming. Just stop assuming, because I know that there are some of you who want to start a blog, but you're afraid that people are going to say like, oh, he's just trying to be like Jose and like get a job, like screw that guy. Or you start doing graphic design and you're like, oh, he's just starting to like do archetype stuff and he just wants to like pair up with someone and do exactly what archetype's doing. Or maybe you want to try rigging. You're like, oh, that guy's just doing what Moon Man's doing because it's clearly working. Like, no, nobody gives a shit why you're doing something. Nobody cares.
No.
Like, nobody is thinking about why you're doing it. Nobody gives a shit, you know? So, sorry for cursing on your channel. Do I have to?
That's fine. That's fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
So nobody cares. And so I think that you'll find that in content creation, the person that gets in your way the most is you, and it's all false. All these assumptions are all false. So
no, it definitely is. Now I'm trying to think of like a good way, because we're talking about like difficulties, of the creator, and I think that a lot of the other ones we can get into are kind of solved by like the group that we've started. So yeah, guys, again, link in the description, go check that out, maybe even as you're watching this.
Yeah, click in there.
Now we've mentioned it briefly, but this is becoming more of a serious, not problem, because I think we can overcome it fairly easy, but moving more into the Star Atlas content creator side. As you look up, as multiple people have pointed out, Star Atlas in YouTube, it's all FUD like right now. And I know that half of that's because there's some big YouTubers that have like higher SEO rankings, and like that's how it's getting to the top. But like, what are something we can do? Yeah, scam is so popular. Yeah, it's so frustrating to me, because like if you actually did like a little bit of research on the project, like, I don't know. I don't want to say too much here. Let's focus on the creation side of things.
No, continue with what you're saying. I just wanted to point that out.
Yeah. How do you think we as a community can start combating the scam videos?
Yeah. So, okay, there's a couple ways to do that. One, we saw with your tweet today. Aaron sent a tweet today that basically was like, Star Atlas for life. Let's fucking go, basically. And people were like, just flooded it with these comments. And so this is not the best thing that we can do, but one of the things we can do is go in, respond to every single, get in on these videos, these scam videos that are front and center, and say, hey, here's this video I created that makes this video all the things. Like, I created a reaction to this video, and here are all the things that he said that are actually wrong. Go check it out. Or type it up in a text. Hey, by the way, everything he said is wrong for this reason, or that thing you're commenting about, here's actually how it actually is. Because why? We're in the Star Atlas community. We actually know this stuff. Hitting the comments of all these sections, that's actually going to be a huge initiative that I think this group is going to tackle if the Star Atlas team doesn't do it,
Right. Do you think that, sorry to kind of shift it here, but like one of the problems that I see that us creators could address is a lot of it was talking about Atlas token dropping. So like at what point, because I know there was like a ton of like meetings about Polis that we were, talking about, and we were trying to get the information out there, like, don't invest in Atlas,
Yeah.
So like, how can we get more of that awareness out there? Or do you have any like thoughts about that?
Yeah. So the problem with, sorry, I was just texting my wife real quick. The problem with this, oh God, there's so much to unpack here.
This is It's a delicate problem.
All right, remember where we're at right now. I'm gonna bring it back to here and try to make it back here.
Mm-hmm.
But if I don't, I need you to help me come back here.
Okay, let's do it.
In 1987, I think, something happened called the Great Video Game Crash, where basically, I'm gonna get a lot of these details wrong, but basically, video games started coming out, and it started coming out in more repeatable fashion, and there was so much shit being made, so many video games being made, and they all sucked. And it was just, it's what we see with NFT projects right now. And like people were just left and right in all these games. And then 99% of them, I think actually it was something like 97.3% of these video games failed. And then Nintendo decided, you know what, we're going to actually have a standard for quality, and we're only going to sponsor games or allow people to build games on our platform that have a certain quality rating. And so they did that, and it weeded out all the shit. And then all these relative quality games started being produced, and the gaming industry got so much more revenue, far less games, much higher quality, much bigger revenue. Right now in the NFT space, we are in that messy area. Before people have Star Atlas will raise the standards. They will be that Nintendo. Unreal Engine 5 will be this Nintendo that will say, you want a real sustainable NFT game? Build it on Unreal Engine 5, or have it have these capabilities, have a head of freaking economics on your team, do these things. And all these other projects that were like, I'm going to just create a fucking game in Unreal Engine 4 and then just pay someone to grow my Discord channel, they're all going to die. We're not there yet. Right now, we are in a place where people are only caring about making money, and they're trying to do it as fast as they can. And so because they're trying to make money as fast as they can, they're trying to create projects that are, for lack of better terms, this quick flip. Like within 9 months, I want to create a project, I want to sell it. And token price is really important for that. And so these people that are consuming these games, these people that are creating content, all they care about is the token. This is like the shitcoin era made its way into NFT gaming, and it's extending further than it should. Yeah. And people just care about this. I think that when Star Atlas, whether it's them, a little bit of us, some other factor, when they can figure out how to remove all blockchain language from their marketing. I'm not saying this is a recommendation. I don't know if this is the way it should be, so don't quote me on this, but if they could find a way to effectively market to gamers, gamers will appreciate this game. Right. NFT content creators do not appreciate this game, because by NFT games, this is a shitty game, right? Like, it's not a good NFT game if I want to make a profit on a coin. Right. But that's the thing. We've all made money staking our ships. Oh, but now you're not calling it a real game because we're just staking our ships. Right. I don't think that Star Atlas will get out of this until it's seen more primarily as a game than it is an NFT staking project.
No, I agree with you. And that's a really good point with like the whole token perspective, because you see it all the time. And this is such a long-term like play that like it's not a fast money maker, that people are used to.
No way, dude.
Yeah.
Polis has been under $2 for like how long? You know, like I'm stacking. That's not financial advice.
I need to stack more, to be honest.
When I say I'm stacking, I'm a married man with 2 children. Yeah. I have an allowance of $30 a month from my wife. So I'm stacking like $80 of Polis. That's it. Okay.
But see, someday that $80, who knows?
Someday. Who knows?
But that's good, because part of it is like, us creators need to find a way to be like more vocal about it, but you're right. I think like the current situation is that like we have an NFT crowd, not a gaming crowd. So like that transition, I I know Star Atlas will find, a good way to progress that. But I think a lot of that is going to come with the help of content creators because,
Yeah,
and
because we don't have a game yet. You can't get a gaming crowd without a game.
right, exactly. And I think like there is a situation here where, like, for instance, when I view anything, I view it as a brand, and that's how I buy my NFT projects too. So like, what can be built to have more than a game to it? What can have story? What can have, cosplay? What can have RPG elements that are like not in game? I've kind of revealed too much of what Amarna's building at the moment, but anyways,
I don't know any of this. This is so exciting.
My the thing that I like is the casual gamer. So I know that we won't get that for years, but I already have them in mind. So like I'm trying to build towards that level, and that's where you'll see my content like evolve from interviews to lifestyle. And I think once you make that branch is like bringing it back into our conversation. I think that Star Atlas could have also an initiative of creators, but also multimedia, which I know they've already talked about. But
Yeah,
if they really focus on that multimedia and start to build like these sub communities that are already in other games, we could start to see like a transition from that NFT gamer to the
what do you mean?
regular gamer.
What do you mean by create experiences in other games? What do you mean by that?
Um,
Do you just mean like collaborating on like cool stuff?
I should rephrase that to other means, other Star Atlas type of it would be Star Atlas content, but it wouldn't be the AAA game we're waiting for.
Got it. It'd be a Netflix series, it'd be a graphic novel, it'd be a things like
Yeah,
that.
exactly. Yeah. These other avenues, I should say.
Dude,
Yeah.
could you imagine Arcane but Star Atlas? Oh
Right.
god.
But see, maybe that's how you transition out of the blockchain game to the brand, and then people
Yeah.
aren't worried as about the token just being this in-game economic thing. It's also like you buy ships because it's your favorite ship from the Netflix series.
Yeah. Also,
You
can we
know,
talk about how you don't want Atlas to go up in value yet? we just want to keep buying our ships. Sorry, I shouldn't say that.
No, it's part of it's true
selfish
though. Is
desire.
like it's a long term play. I mean, I get it. Maybe your money's like could grow faster somewhere else, but like the longer you play that game, the more at risk you are because at some point it's going to explode again. And if you're not ready for that explosion, or at least have like a few assets, staking the Atlas and everything, stacking a little bit of Polis, if you're not ready for that, because it could happen at any time. We don't know what Star Atlas has in the background. Like they could release that show tomorrow, and then we see everything, right?
It's like Jesus' second coming and Polis taking off is like we don't know. It's the
Right.
same boat.
Right.
God's up there like, yeah, he's right.
Yeah. No, so
Anyway,
yeah, it'll be interesting. And I think that, this is a topic we can continue like with our group. Yeah, and
totally.
and keep talking about that. Is there anything else that you've noticed that bring it solely back to content creation? Anything that you noticed that we could either start doing or that people are like really searching for at the moment?
Yeah, I mean, just a piece of advice. I think we should at least leave with a piece of advice for anyone considering content creation.
Mm-hmm.
Just hit record.
Yeah.
Just set up your camera, hit record. You don't have to publish it. Don't publish it.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're afraid to get started for some reason. Am I like blurry now? Hold on. Let me get back in view here. I'm gonna try and get my
Good.
that works sometimes. Howdy.
Yeah.
Set up a camera, prop it up against a book, hit record. Open a Medium account. Start writing a blog. Don't. Maybe just start a document. and just start writing. Doesn't have to be good, just start writing, you know.
Yeah.
And don't worry if you don't have a voice, you know, because, and I think that's the coolest part about this community is I don't care if you're 9 years old. Actually, I don't know legally if you can. Well, anyway, I don't care if you're 9 years old, can't speak English that well, have low lighting, come in here, get some things wrong, like say some things that have already been like proven not to be true about Star Atlas. I don't care. Record your video, post it in the creator community. We will celebrate the hell out of you making your first video. Right. And then if you want it, we'll give you feedback. But it is terrifying getting started. Maybe that'll be like our first channel is like feedback, or like my first video or feedback or something like that. Yeah. But seriously, sit down, just record, because you can't improve on your video until you make your first one. Like you can't get better until you start, right? So sit down, no script, record a video, say, hey, these are my thoughts on Star Atlas. This is why I love the game. Here's what I think about their recent updates. Maybe you have the updates listed there. These are the Star Atlas updates.
Exactly.
Just hit record.
Just hit record. And for those who like, I don't have any equipment, like this is the most powerful thing you'll ever have right here. Like, even if you don't do the whole post-production thing, like you can still upload a video to Twitter every day. You could still go to Instagram, TikTok. You can still do YouTube because there's editing programs on the phone, but just use your phone to start getting practice.
You could even press record, say your piece, have some seconds of silence in there, and then like if you're still watching right now, we've had so many mess ups. We haven't edited any of them out.
Nope.
Nobody cares. Just upload it.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I think we leave with that. Just just upload, guys, and come join our community. And
it's not a guild. It's not a guild.
It's not
yet. It's not a company. It's not nothing. It's a community. Come join it.
Exactly. Well, thank you guys for watching. Hit that like button if you enjoyed. Subscribe. Go check out DAOCaster. I'll have his links in the description as well. And I'll see you guys in our creator Discord. Have a good one.
Thanks for having me, Aaron. Thank you so much.
No, thank you for coming on.
All right. Bye, guys.
Bye.